a player has one of the best triggers in the game. And if he's very good with his low block and he triggers player insanely. Wale is also a very tactical player, very professional with how he plays. Takes his build up one step at a time and take it gradually. He likes to be on the safe side.
Mm. If looking at the Newcastle team he's using, it's one I've known him for a while now. So we people say maybe it's just the height, but it's a team that he's more familiar with. Especially with what Ahmad here up front with that height that he also has. Because when I first saw him using the Newcastle team, he was really spamming a lot of crosses into the box at that moment, and that was something that was working for him. Because every other team he had played, every team that he played against, he had the height advantage on that. But what do you think is the reason for the selection of this Newcastle team?
So considering the way the Newcastle team is structured, they are all very, in terms of height, they are very tall. We have like Bond that is like 6'6", and we have their striker, for instance, like, is about 6'4". So it also gives you the option of crosses. It gives you that option of knockdown. You can literally be at the edge of the box and just press an L1O in knockdown for an assist. So you know that you are not just going to be playing in one particular dynamic. You know that you have an option of this, which can also catch your opponent unaware. So I mean, I think the under angle is that he's just giving himself options.
Yeah.
Because this is a game whereby there is no play style plus.
Yeah.
So those elements of is basically
You
pure
need to
FIFA.
make sure you need to make sure you optimize everything in the game.
Exactly. So it's basically pure FIFA, whereby you want to, as much as you can think of within those split seconds, you want to be able to test run it and ensures it works. So basically.
Yes. Well, even speaking about the Newcastle team, so when you are even speak about kickoff itself, when you are picking Newcastle team, one thing Tonali is not someone that you bench, but we're seeing that for Wolevation, he's going with Luz Miley and also John Linton as the CNs, while Gimaresh is the one in the 10th position.
Okay.
What will you say in terms of structure? We know Tonali is maybe a little bit stiff, and he also has that box crusher role also for him in the game. But what we say is really the choice behind that between those two. Miley has a more of a smaller build and he's able to maneuver into space. But for you, what will you say is that?
So looking at his midfield structure, the Joe Linton and the Miley option, I think he's picking one tall player and one small player. So one is probably going to be on holding, the other one will be on box to box. So for his cam option, I just believe it's purely based on the play styles. And I don't think Newcastle have
they don't have
natural
options. They don't have natural. Baluke in the last episode, but he'll be looking to do the business on this main stage against that man they call Wolevation. We'll bring him in the game very soon. As Wolevation is kicking us from left to right against this Haneef team, kicking from right to left with the Madrid team in blue. There's one thing that I like to ask, because when I do set my team or while I'm playing, I usually off the next player indicator on it. So I don't like seeing it, because sometimes it confuses me on who is actually the person with the cursor. But what we say is the reason why players actually leave it on.
Okay, I'll say one of the reasons you leave it up is it just literally makes you know who you are switching to. So apart from the factor whereby you say you feel confused of who is with the cursor, ideally it makes the game easier for you. You know who the cursor is going to. So in some scenario whereby you are thinking the switching is supposed to go to the defender on the left and is going towards the other player, then you know that what helps better is with the next player indication. And Wale has a goal.
Oh, that's the first goal of the game. I can also update you on other matches that Mr. Oga is also leading that one. Both players that you've coached along the line. Mr. Oga also at the Night of Champions for season 1. As Wolevation is looking for that second goal. Can he get this goal? Oh, that man Wolevation is not here to play.
This is a man on a mission.
He knows that there's this opportunity for him to book a slot at the Night of Champions. Last season, he just came in for 30 December, and he saw himself in the final. Matasuno. Oh, pass, extra pass. Ooh, there was space for that pass. I wonder why he tried to show the ball at that moment.
He was probably trying to exploit the finesse option, and I mean, he's using precision.
Yeah.
Goals like that can come out from weird angles.
Well, the angles is where the goals come out from at any moment with this precision shooting, because you know you can be more clinical with it. But you see his Wolevation already showing that physical side from this Newcastle team. Oh, the player locked into Waterman right there. Dragging two players with him. I think that's the beauty of the player lock. It's kind of sometimes even takes your opponents out of position to make sure. Ooh, that would have been a really, really good goal. It looks like Wolevation is taking his time to dissect his opponents and open that space in midfield. Even the box 18, finding that space to make sure that the goal is very sure. Oh, we have Barnes with the run right here. Harvey Barnes! Oh, drag back!
That was a good one.
That was a
good one.
I want
unlucky.
to ask, yeah, very unlucky. I want to ask you about the drag back. Would you say this is the year where it has been most popular? Because we don't really see the lots in the game from players. People maybe just recycle them, but we've been seeing the drag back a lot this year from gamers. How would you say, how effective is that particular move itself?
So in my books, I will put it as one of the top 3 skill moves in the game at the moment, because you do it and it's a very unexpected. You can do it and transition from there. You can do it and do it into a pass.
Yeah, or into maybe a finesse shot itself.
You can even cancel it. You can cancel it. So because of the option of what you can do with the skill moves, that's why it's like top 3.
Yes. I can also give you updates on that Mr. Oga man that I told you before. Mr. Oga is currently leading that one 3-0 against Extraordinary Child. Clearly showing levels.
Clearly showing the experience.
Experience on show, as Chooks Jr. clearly said. Knowing how well Mr. Oga also plays. Having coached him at the Night of Champions for Season 1. He'll be very, very happy if both players who he has coached and also in other previous tournaments qualify to the semi-final, Mr. Oga and Wolevation. But Wolevation also is trying to mirror that 3-0 scoreline. Ooh.
Wow, that was a good finesse.
This Newcastle team, they might have lost against Arsenal today, but Wolevation is using them, leading them to victory right here. There aren't too many flicks and tricks from this Wolevation man. But he does know that goals are the order of the day. Ooh, Mbappe!
Nice comeback from Haneef.
You know this moment, these are danger areas. You need to know that you must not lose the ball early in the stage. After just conceding a goal. Wolevation is not just anyone. He has this experience. He knows this. He knows how dangerous Haneef can be. That he will be patient with you before he finds that extra pass or even that triggering run that will get him into space. Vini is that man that has been dangerous for him. Mbappe also. But none of those men. But Vini hasn't shown anything in this game to show that he's going to be dangerous. But let's see what this man Wolevation has with it. Oh, wow. Offside still. As we go into the halftime break, Haneef definitely doesn't want to lose this one. Those 2 goals I considered wouldn't have been on the cards with him. I think it's very funny. Except maybe you don't track the run in the end. But with this Newcastle team, if you're trying to do the kickoff glitch, it's almost impossible because the players, the height is already on their side. So once that ball surely comes there and you make sure you track that run, it's definitely going to be GG's for you. Oh, what a man. Into space. Nice. Oh, Gimaresh. I thought that was an offside. That was an offside at that moment, but it looks like the referee knows better.
Still a lot of time for a comeback.
We did see last time, but okay, coming back against this same Haneef, when it was just 4-1, we thought it was GG's. But 1 goal is clearly nothing. But at the same time, if you play your cards right and you don't concede, 1 goal can mean a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, the Johnny Minis. It's the quarterfinal stages. We're looking for our semi-finalists. As you do know, everyone at least gets to this stage, goes home with a prize pool, with a prize money of 10,000 naira. Oh, great interception right there from that man Miley we're speaking about. We're asking why didn't he start Tonali ahead of him, but we're seeing the effectiveness of Miley in the midfield for that man Wolevation.
Looking at Miley is actually taller. He's actually taller. But I think his build is kind of slim, so making
he has a very lanky build also.
Well, yeah, he's very tall. Looking at him, he's like 6'6" in that midfield.
He's looking like the recruitment strategy from Newcastle was just get me anybody
purely
tall.
height.
Oh,
Wow.
great block there.
Wow, that was a good defend.
Wolevation must make sure he doesn't lose the ball in this position because you know how the counters can be. That man Mbappe always looking to hit on that run. Wolevation taking his time. And if not doing too much pressing, but it still looks as if he's making sure he's covering every area of the pitch.
He's trying to play safe. There's still time to get to go.
But what I'll say is, I think this is how he plays almost throughout every game.
Low block.
Yeah, low block,
counter.
yeah. So that's for that kind of strategy. There are times like this where you are looking for a goal. Don't you tend to switch things up? Yeah, and it might be early, but still, that's what I'll be thinking about in this moment. Great block again. Chouameni couldn't finish off that one. I was thinking he was going to do the borrow with Bellion right here to find a better pass, but he ended up going for something different.
That wasn't a bad pass. I think it's just the Chouameni card that didn't shoot that ball. But that is a good turn, and that's a good, wow!
Off the ball!
Off the woodwork.
The ball still went in the end. We're speaking about Mbappe. How he can be very clinical in this game. But the height on the Newcastle team wasn't enough to defend that header. We don't see too many headers scored in the game these days. But that's just one. Even though it was off, it was a free header in the end. But we still see free headers like that being missed. But what we say, what we say is the reason why heading has really been poor, especially in this edition.
I would say because of the play style and how the game dynamics is at the moment of how it's being played. It is not. I feel like the nodding is still effective, but because of how the game is being played, most people do not use players with heights for their strikers. They tend to use someone that has more agility, can turn, can pass. Those are like the factors.
The borrowed and crossed from you last year in FC25. But right now, we're not seeing a lot of those crosses this year.
There are not many people that cross like me in Nigeria.
True.
In the country, I'm the only one who cross.
So you say that's your cheat code. The
That's
player
my
look right there.
signature.
Mbappe try motivation.
Momentum is now on Haneef.
At this point, it looks. It's so crazy how just from you trying to get a goal, it now seems as if you've totally scattered your defense, and your defenders are looking so out of place at that moment. Haneef, we did say it triggers a lot of runs.
Wow, that was
unnecessary.
He should have
at that
shoot
moment.
far post with the left foot. There was no reason for cutting back. So that's the issue with the tall striker, turning and pass.
We're seeing right here that man Chuk
That's
Jr.
one of the
giving us
cons.
every. There's a reason why he's a coach in the FC scene. He might not play too much, but the coaching knowledge is with him.
Mr. Akinkumi.
I can also give you that update that man, Mr. Oga, won his game against Extraordinary Child. That won 6-1, the scoreline. I'll also give you updates also. The match happening between King Nonex and Tactical. That one is currently 1-1. 3-3 the scoreline. 3-1 the scoreline right there with King Nonex leading that one. I can also give you other updates. That one between Any Jeff and KK. That one is currently 3-2 in Any Jeff's favor.
Wow.
KK, the Akwa Ibom man, he said he came here to win it all, but he's on the blink of elimination. This game, 85th minute. Haneef.
And if
I think
I've been
I think
playing,
I loved what Wolevation did there. He waited,
Waited.
because he made sure that he didn't Haneef made the first move. And I think that's the thing that you say you need to do against your opponents in this kind of situation. You let them make the first move, then you know how to react from there. Ooh, offside right there. What a man just getting into this will be a very, very dangerous move. Yeah, against
Last
our Wolevation,
attack.
the last attack, as we know that it is.
making
We're
sure
just
don't
saying the
lose.
triggering
Wow.
runs. Oh, but what does Wolevation have here? As long as it goes forward,
This is
the
going to
referee
be
might
a
not
painful
blow.
ball.
Wolevation, ooh, boosting
So
the ball
that-
too much at that moment.
And that's it for
And
the
that's
game.
it. The referee. Wolevation taking that one out. The referee isn't ready to blow. Okay, we'll be moving to penalties next. This is where mental fortitude is needed. The mind games being played. First
Let
one,
the best man
Elanga
win.
coming up for the Wolevation. What does he have here? Ooh, same side. And it is the first miss at the penalty shootout. Wolevation missing that one against Haneef. Oh! Haneef couldn't capitalize on that one.
The pressure is getting to both parties.
The pressure of the main stage is a lot. Ooh, the first penalty going in. Wolevation will be happy about that one after missing the first one. Mbappe, does he miss right here? Ooh, he's definitely that man that's still school under pressure, Haneef. What's going to happen here again? Oh, right bottom corner. How difficult would you say it is keeping your cool? Ooh, keeping your cool in penalty situations here at the nest itself.
For me, it's all about pressure at this point, and you're just make sure you get your shot bar right and pick out of the 6 options you have.
For me, my technique is I almost always take full the shot. That's the way it is for Haneef right now.
Yes.
But I'm always mainly going roofing. So I
Okay.
always try and roof the ball to me. So even if I know that the keeper eventually catches it at the end, I know I've done my best. So that's my own tactics for it. Ooh,
Wow.
just a split session, a split minute for you, a split
If he
second right
moved
there.
the skipper, that was GG's.
Oh, right now we're moving to sudden deaths. Both players know what it takes. Wolevation. Will he budge? Ooh.
Late movement of keeper is actually predicting the right spots.
Trent Alexander-Arnold. Middle
Nice.
this time.
The pressure is on.
When it comes to the centre backs playing these penalties, it's very, very, very tense. And
Uh,
right here,
Wait till we have the keepers playing.
it'll be very nice to see if we get to that stage. But let's
That
see.
was
Haneef.
quick.
Ooh,
Wow.
he was right there. You'll be wondering why the goalkeeper didn't save that.
What a big smile for Haneef.
We can tell you right now, other matches have been coming to an end. Oh, Wolevation missing that one. Haneef
The side
under
down.
pressure. Where do you think he will play it for this one?
I think left down.
Oh, you got right. Wolevation knocked out right here.
And
Haneef
clutching
lost the
the
penalties
moment.
in the last episode, but with this one, he's been able to at least take something in and said, yes, I watched the penalty shootout, and this time I have come back to win. Let's take it over.
That is the one. That's